Can you talk about like the role of creativity and how that's just it appears to be fundamental to me. So I'm just like, can you talk about that at all?
Absolutely. Well, before I got into this, I come from 10 years of sales and business development, and Elizabeth has 10 years of marketing and branding. So
Okay.
all of the beautiful things that you see all straight comes from her. She is a creative genius on that aspect. For me, I just have a huge imagination, and I just am always like, what if we do this and this and this? And she like agrees with it. She's like, yes. But where we got this creativity, where this stemmed from, is when we got into this space, we noticed that. I mean, I've been doing yoga for 10 years, and I can walk into a yoga studio and they say it's for beginners, and it wasn't. And
Yeah.
so our idea going in was, let's go with a beginner's mentality. A lot of people are afraid of yoga because everybody's in these pretzel moves and standing on their heads, and it scares them. But when you mix, but when you mix donuts and yoga together, people are going to show up. Or if you say we're going to do yoga and have mimosas after, people are going to show up. So it was like, how do we get creative to really draw people in where they're not so fixated on the yoga, but more excited about the community
Mm.
aspect of it, right? And so we are intentional about, even on our targeting when we go out and how we're targeting, we make sure that our messaging, if you look at our Instagram, you won't see a lot of advanced yoga poses, us doing all these things, because we didn't want to give off that intimidating factor. Even on my personal page, I try to, when I'm showcasing yoga, I try to do standard basic moves because I think it starts there. And I think when you get into the advancement, you start to scare people away. So it's just a lot of, first, Liz being a marketing and branding genius, me having an imagination that is just over the top, and then both of us being very focused and intentional about a beginner's mind and creating a space for people who just want to show up as their self and try yoga for the first time without worried about the girl next to her standing on their head.